Guys, missed a little intro, but nevertheless, let's keep it moving. We'll run it back at some point in time for today. Yeah. So basically, what I want to show y'all is my lineup, and the link in the comments if y'all want to get started today. All it takes is to take action. I can't make this happen for you. It's an individual activity, group activity as well, but an individual action to take. Just like if you have a job, right? I can't go to work for you. I can't clock in for you. I mean, it's probably possible. Of course, anything is possible, but as far as receiving the benefits, you're gonna put that work in. You're gonna receive those benefits, and it's the same thing as with this. When I'm adding to the stage, links in the comments. It's a affiliate program. Not only that, like you make money as well on here. Like you see over here to the right, this just today's profit over here to the left at $3.62 or 63. It just went up on that whatever. Well, it went up two now, 3 cent. I mean, whatever, right? You see my shit going. But anyway, this right here, what I've been telling y'all, I'm gonna keep telling y'all. I just got into this at like $2.11. I already up $1 profit, $13. Well, not 13 yet because I had bought in again. Let me see. I'll show y'all. But time don't wait on no man or no woman. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Timing is not gonna play around. $13 right now, like I said. I bought in at just $1 ago. Just about $1 ago. So I'm up almost an extra dollar. So that just means I bought in at 320. No, I bought in at like what I was up extra what 95 cents. So I bought in at damn near like $2.11, I believe so. But the proof is right here. I'm going off about what I remember. So I bought in at 229, and then that day I bought in at like about $9 worth on that day. But on the sixth, when I first started it, I bought it at 225. Well, let's see. So this is the full breakdown since I've been dealing with this. July 4th, I bought in at 223. July 1st, 216. So I ain't getting in at that high. It's like 216, 214, $2 and so it was like $2 down there on 30 cent. 20, 30, 40, about like $50. So yeah, it's about $50. And then it's another one y'all want to check out right here. This don't even cost $1 yet. It ain't even 50 cent yet. These are the moves that you want to be a part of before you miss out. Just like XRP was. At one point, it was this amount. I was getting it for free. But life happens. You focus on what's important at the time. Of course, making money is important, but it's not more important than health and family and being happy. Having money doesn't make you happy. It isn't going to keep you happy. I'm already up 120 on this. I got 700,000. See, this the thing. I don't know if you can see it. Let me check it out real quick. And then it took the thing off. Like, god damn. Hold on real quick. I'm just knowing this. All right. It should be. It's saying it's on, but it's not. This is the type of problems I be having for this is my battle for the day. Just winning the type of irritants. Like it be irritating for me. Like I'm a really high intelligent person, and to deal with low vibrational things as far as not intelligence. It is what it is. Like a mosquito constantly picking at you and fucking irritating, dog. Nevertheless, but these are the ones that's under $1. I don't know if y'all seen it at first or whatever, but I'm gonna run it back. I just had the screen up. I didn't see this screen right here as well. I can't really do it on both like that. I'm still learning, like shit. That's what it's about, learning. I had this shit figured out at one point in time. But yeah, right. So you want to be able to grab the quantity on this situation matters. Quality, it doesn't, because when you're in business, your quality shifts from one thing to the next. You might have shoes that need new laces or new soles, so the quality of that situation can always change. But if you're dealing with a all right quality type of situation or company or whatever, right? That's when you want to be able to have more quantity, meaning the amount. This situation is a growing situation, so you want to be able to grow multiple times with this situation. So I got 700,000 of these coins. I came in at like $10. I'm already up $1.20 and 30 cents today, and it's not even at a dollar yet. So if it goes up to a dollar within the next year or even the end of this year, I have $700,000 off of a small investment. This is a major return on investment. Investment. That's the thing about investing too. Like everybody used to a double up, but not everybody used to 10 times return or 20 times return or 1,000 times return on investment. Stuff like that is happening every day. It just depends on what you're investing in if you are an investor. Like you buy a property, a HUD home, right? Which means government situation they took over because the tenants, the residents, all the people living in the property didn't take care of it, and now it was given back to the state, and they got put back to the street. And now the government is like, okay, who want to clean up this property and who want to maintain it? Every investment is a nurturing situation, and it would be away, and it'd be for somebody else to maintain and nurture that situation. Just because you start something and don't finish it doesn't mean that creation or that situation won't be took over by somebody else and nurtured and maintained if it's still life in it. Just like you see a tree that's been struck by lightning. This side of it might be burnt down, the other side might still produce fruit. It's still a situation to maintain, so it would be maintained, whether it be the help of somebody else or it maintains itself, because nature takes care of itself. It's all about balance, and that's what life is about overall, balance. That's why evil exists, because good can't be good all alone. You need some bad to be able to be good. So that's what this is all about, balance. It's nothing by choice or coincidence when it comes to existence. Everything has its purpose, everything has a plan for it to all balance and work out. If everything was all good, somebody might not like that. Somebody might not be comfortable with it, and somebody might not resonate with this system in their spirit, and therefore they're being forced to take part of something that's not really truly genuine them. Therefore, evil needs to exist so that the good can have a reason to be good and the bad can have a reason to be bad, whether it be of addictions or whether it be of health or whether it be whatever. Everything has its equal and everything has its opposite. And everything with an equal and with the opposite balance each other's out from time to time, depending on how you balancing things. Just because you have something good, too much of a good thing could become a bad thing. Think sugar is good, but low key it's not. It seems good, it's sweet, it's a dopamine. It helps you feel good, it releases pleasure. But the underlying root of it is it messes up your bone marrow and it makes it hard for you to fight infection. If you guys didn't notice about sugar, I'm giving you a little bit of nutrition education. I'm not a nutritionist either, so don't take all my words and run with it. Know yourself and know your body, because I don't know you. I don't know your body, but I do know the human uh, collective and what we all experience. We all experience high blood pressure. If you doing the things that'll make it rise, cholesterol, whatever, right? These things are causes from these things. Sugar. Um, but yeah, we're not gonna get into that. I'm all about education and learning, so I know a lot about a lot of things. But I don't know everything. I just know enough of what I'm interested in, and I go figure that shit out. I go educate myself. The same way with this, the markets. Like It's not nothing that just jumped into my mind. It's not nothing that just like, hey, come do this. It's some shit that I was interested in on a way of making money. This is a way to make money, and I learned it. I took time to study this shit. I took time to practice it, and I'm still doing it. That's why I'm profitable now, and I've been doing this for years, and I'm getting better at it in time. So it is what it is. You can take my advice and live a better life, or keep looking and waiting. Watch my situation and hope it be yours. And a lot of people do that too. I don't knock them, but hey, if you want something, you're gonna go for it like anybody, or you're gonna learn how to go without it, and that's just that. I can't want some shit for you more than you want for yourself. I could, but that don't mean that I'm gonna get it for you. Shit, the fuck. I woke up this morning going after my shit. I didn't wake up worried about the next motherfucker. I'm not watching y'all motherfuckers. I'm chasing my dreams, and that's what this look like. Nurturing my shit. This is what I haven't had the need to do so. But what I'm doing is checking if I have to. Like this just brought me $2. And it don't take a lot to make a lot. It just take getting started. You can't start some shit. You can't finish some shit if you don't start it. You can't finish anything if you never get it started. These the SRPs. I think I showed y'all this already. And then my retirement, like this ain't really doing shit for me, but adding on money month after month. It don't matter what this does. So what I did do, and let me show y'all when it load up. So what I did do with this, I'll bring it back up in a second. So as I told y'all before, I may have showed y'all, and I know y'all don't see my page every day, and some people don't follow me. Some of you are new here, and for those of you who are new here, peace and blessings. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Aaron Glenn, a private personal consultant. I make money online. I help people start their own online business, live mentorship, teach you guys how to turn your passions into profit, and also I advocate for mental health awareness because to feel good and do good is a compliment within itself, and these things go hand in hand. Everything that I do and everything that I am is an ongoing pursuit of personal development. So you'll always hear me talking about mindset because to get to one part of life, you have to be able to think and you have to move accordingly. You can't give a baby no motherfucking 500 Fortune company and tell it go ahead and run that or go ahead. Uh, the mindset is not there yet. This baby don't understand anything about business, anything about money, anything about relationships, anything about commitment, anything about fucking responsibilities. So therefore, this individual mindset is not ready or prepared to handle this situation. Just like a lot of people in life, it don't matter how old you are. If your mindset's not old enough to be in the realm of the situation you're trying to handle, you're gonna fumble it. It won't last long, and you'll be disappointed. You fumbled the experience, but the experience is not to be fumbled; it's to be had. And when you had that experience, you'll become wise enough to know that you were not ready mentally. A lot of things came to your mind, to your awareness that you weren't prepared for, and now that you're what they say conscious now, you're now conscious of this situation of this reality. You now decide on how to move forward. If forward is your choice of moving, because some people they get into these situations, they um, be revealed these realities, and it's too much for them, and they can't handle it, and that retreats. And it happens with any and everybody because we're human. Sometimes you have an epiphany, out of body experience. Not even that, just that you passed away or anything. It's just that now you know that you're conscious and you're in his body, controlling his body, and that's an outer body experience. When you have that awareness all at once, and it's just too much for your little body, your little mind to comprehend, to fathom what's going on, and you realize I am this conscious mind. I am that thing inside my head that's controlling his body and everything else. And it's a moment where you decide to, engage with reality different, or you go back to life to the comfort that you continuously use to get you by day to day. Just because you reveal something to yourself doesn't mean that you're ready to be that person or be uh, that energy at the time. Whether you're a father, some people run from fatherhood because they're not ready for that. Some people run from all type of responsibilities because they're not ready for that. Not ready for that reality, not ready for that change, not ready for what comes with that, not ready to see, not ready to experience. And sometimes you're forced to experience things like sickness when you're not taking care of your body. You're not mentally aware of the things you do to keep your body healthy. And now you're in a hospital, and you're forced to deal with becoming healthy. Some of those things that put you outside your mind frame. I'm like, wow, how do I get through these moments? How do I deal with this? How do I, uh, you know, rationalize this new reality? And I've had those moments before too, where I just sit there and realize, like, this is life, and it's up to me. I can't be out here playing victim. I can, but only thing that's gonna do is just keep giving me experiences to be a victim, keep putting me in positions to be a victim. Where the mind goes, the attention goes, and the energy flows as well. You can't fool the universe. You only fool yourself day to day, and you get people to validate how you want to fool yourself. You lie to yourself, and you want people to validate your lies. But when you're ready to start being real with yourself, you will stop that shit because you'll realize that you ain't doing nothing but harming yourself and your future. You're not allowing yourself to grow, and that's just what it is. I don't give a fuck who like it or not. I work on myself daily, and that's what I focus on. I can't focus on working on myself if I'm not focused on what I need to work on, and I can't know what to work on if I don't know myself, and I don't know myself if I don't spend time getting on myself. All this stuff is a process. It's no overnight realization. Some people want the world to think for them, and when the world gets their thoughts wrong about how you should move, then you sitting there upset and disappointed and let down because you want somebody to validate who you supposed to be instead of knowing who you are and validating it yourself. I don't look for people's opinion or approval for shit. Like, you can't live my life for me. You could think you know what's best, but at the end of the day, unless you walking through these shoes in the spirit, you don't know what the fuck is best. Some people don't even know what's best for themselves. So why the fuck would I allow somebody's opinion on my life and how I should be moving affect the way that I move and the way that I will move? Because I know myself. I'm not perfect, no, will I ever be, nor do I desire to be, because I'm going to make mistakes. And if I don't give myself room to make mistakes, then I'm only cheating myself of an experience. And if I'm not chasing my dreams and goals day after day, when I'm dying and I'm miserable because I'm unhappy, because I'm unfulfilled, it's only my choice. Only me to look into and why I haven't been fulfilling my desires and like why I haven't been elevating to the person that I was designed to be. It's like, let me give you a prime example, right? You got a dog, but you raising this dog around cats, and your dog fuck around turn into a cat. It's meowing, it's clawing, it's doing kitty shit. You can't get mad at this dog because he hasn't had a doggy experience. He doesn't know how to be a dog. He hasn't been around dog, and you allowed him to grow up in this environment and be this environment. And now that you see clearly he even grew up into the wrong situation, you can't blame him. And that's the same with you guys and the things that you nurture. You have to be mindful of the environments and what's supposed to be what. We're in a confusing times nowadays where men don't know how to be men and they don't want to be men. Women don't know how to be women and they don't want to be. This whole rainbow nation is telling people it's all right to not know yourself and to be anything you want to be. To a certain extent, that is true. You can be anything you want to be, but be yourself. Be all that you are supposed to be, and be all that you are. If you're a raggedy ass little boy who don't got no dreams, be that and figure out what you want to be. If you're a raggedy ass girl and you don't know what the fuck you want to do with your life, spend time and think about that shit. Don't be like, I'm not happy with myself, I want to be something else. You confuse not only yourself, but you confuse others, and we don't know how to interact and engage with you, man. This shit gets too complicated. Life is to be so complicated like that. It's really not that complicated at all. A lot of y'all like to overcomplicate and do too fucking much. And that's where the problem lies. You got to have trust in who you are and who you are meant to be. And whenever you continuously run from yourself, you will never be satisfied. You'll never be fulfilled. No matter what relationships, no matter what places you go to, all you're doing is distracting yourself from becoming who you are supposed to be. And along that journey, you're taking other. I would hope that you will be around people who are working on themselves and that you are doing the same. Birds of a feather flock together. 9 times out of 10, if you're a person who doesn't work on yourself, you're around other people who does the same, and you're exactly like them. You are the people you hang around. So if you're not sure where you're headed, where your life is headed, just look at the people that you spend the most time around, the 5 people. Look at where their life is. That's exactly where you'll be in the next few years. You know, time goes fast. And time waits for nobody, like these investments I was just showing y'all. Like, you see this shit moving. It's been moving. And the only reason this right here isn't moving yet because but it's still making moves whether I'm doing anything or not. And let me show y'all real quick. Because time is everything. It's what you do with your time. I don't sit around fuck off. I know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing every day with my life and with my time. I don't be sitting here looking like, oh, what I'm gonna do for the day. I'm on my shit. I'm chasing my dreams and goals. I don't have time to fuck around. But whenever this do load up, I'm gonna show y'all. This shit be irritating. But you'll see. Oh my bad. Hold on. I don't give a fuck if you how I express myself or not. Fuck. But you see what I've been doing all week is growing and elevating. The same shit all month. Whenever this load up, and the same as with my other shit I got going on. You know. Hold on, real quick. For the past 3 months, you'll see what the fuck I'm doing or what I got going on. But you won't take. That's why a lot of y'all don't get the best of me because you're not giving the best of yourself. And I'm not dumb. I'll play with you motherfuckers. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at you like a fucking joke. I'm looking how you play yourself, and that shit be funny. And I'm so games y'all be trying to play. Like I just sit there and wait till the shit unveil. Like because you was in line with my energy, I already know off the rip. Like I was saying the other day, I had a dream. Right, I'm in this big ass. I don't like to be around a lot of people either because they drain my energy, especially if they on some negative. This my 3 month thing. Y'all see, I'm up 11, which could have been way more, but I've been dipping in, take some money out to buy cigarettes and different little stress shit that I do. But I'm still up though in 3 months. What I've been doing. Um. So yeah, I'm at this place or whatever. Right. This guy, we chopping it up. We talking. Me and one of the guys. Then here comes some other guys or whatever. It's a group of niggas got a problem. One of them particularly, he finna come this issue with me. So whatever. Right. I see what the nigga problem is. All right. Whatever. I don't got a problem, but if you got a problem, like shit, it ain't perfect. I'm a clash with niggas, and I do a lot. People don't like how I talk, but so what? That's the main time I really fight with niggas is I got something to say and they don't like it. So we fight about it or whatever we do about it. But anyway, I'm not tripping about him having a problem with me. I want to see what the issue is and how we gonna resolve it. But what I do have a problem with is one nigga who co-signing, one dude come with them. Ooh, now I'm ready to beat your ass because if you haven't, you should have said something. And I don't respect that I got a problem, but now I want to say some shit because now I'm ready to beat your ass. So now I'm taking out my issue with this guy. Like, if you had a problem and you've been around me, you should have been said something because now I'm going to beat your ass. Like, let's get your problem out the way first. And then next to this dude, whatever you want to do about your problems, you next. You know what I'm saying? After get the issue out with this one, you're next. So it's like the reason I ain't jump off on him first because I didn't feel nothing to him. And he expressed his grievance, which is all right, but it wasn't no ill will, no ill intent. I would have felt it. I didn't feel anything from him. So at this point, my vibes is telling me I don't have to go there with him. But the one that did come, I felt a little off. I felt a little uncomfortable. So I know I'm finna do something with this one. You know what I'm saying? But my energy told me when they first came around, like this dude, you might want to watch him because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But when I found out, it wasn't nothing. But the other one, I was uncomfortable already when he came around. So I'm already knowing like it's some intentions that wasn't revealed at the time until this person started speaking up and that person went to co-sign or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, you want to pay attention to stuff like that, how you feel when you're in certain places around certain people. That be yourself warning you of the dangers you're around or the potential irritants. You know, I could tolerate certain ignorant shit from time to time. That don't mean that I will, that I want to. I'm not okay. It's like this, right? I'm winning my battles for the day. If that's a battle, maybe I won't be able to win it, and it's just I let it go for the day. Mine. Once you win one battle for the day, here comes the next battle to throw your mind off of, focus off of the things that make you happy, off some silly shit. The world bombards you with plenty of thoughts and plenty of bullshit. But it's like, should I focus on that? Should I care about that? Should I react or respond to this type of shit? You know, sometimes you have to. Let me take this out there. Y'all see my shit steady going up. But it is what it is, though. Like you got to put yourself in position. Like shit, don't shit come to a motherfucker dreaming, but sleep. You got to get the fuck up and take action. Be a part of life. I don't be wanting to get up every day all the time, but I do so. It's like shit. Do I want it for myself or not? And if I do, then what am I going to get it? A lot of motherfuckers want the world, but they won't get up and go get it. And it's to each his own. I can't knock nobody for how they live. Shit, get it how you live. My bad, I'm getting messages. I get a lot of messages too on my phone, like all these groups and shit. I don't respond to that. Like y'all gotta hit me up, and don't hit me up about no frivolous shit. Like I'm busy working, building a business. I'm building a legacy. I don't have time to chit chat about no shit that I don't give a fuck about. You hear what I talk about, right? If you don't add to this type of conversation, then I don't really have no words for you. I don't give a fuck about the celebrities and what they don't give a fuck about the president and what he or what not doing. He don't dictate how the fuck I successfully live my life or the success that comes to me. Like I don't. That's a loser mentality. Worrying about the gossip on the phone, the messages motherfuckers hitting me up about these groups and shit. Like that shit a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying that it's not about nothing because what everybody expresses that's important to them. That don't mean it's important to me. That don't mean that I got to make that my priority. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, whatever. And that's the problem with a lot of y'all. Y'all pick up too much bullshit, too much shit that ain't you. Put that shit down. You wonder why you got so much shit going on. A lot of shit ain't your problems. A lot of shit ain't yours to be picking up. Put it down. Let people figure shit out for themselves. A lot of people running around here creating a lot of messes and they'll never clean that shit up. Let them figure out that shit. Y'all trying to save people from their karma and now you're a part of it. Generational curses is real. Some people they're dealing with their curses, their family curses, their personal curses. When you get to know people before you get to know like, oh, they look good and that's what I know about them. Ask these motherfuckers questions. Ask them what their family like. Ask them what they're into, and you'll know. If you're accepting a part of their curses, or if you can really be a part of a blessing to them. And it goes both ways. You got demons you ain't dealing with. Don't be running around trying to engage with everybody. Go deal with your shit. And once you mentally straight, physically straight, emotionally straight, then go back interact with the world, engage with the world. But in the meantime, like you're a toxic trait to the world and you're not helpful to the world nor yourself. And at the end of the day, we all gotta answer to the way we contribute to this world, to this consciousness. Whether you thinking about some shit and don't do it, it's still done. Those thoughts are energy, and you put that energy into the world, and somebody else picked up on that energy, those thoughts, and they act the same with any thoughts. Just because you thought something and didn't do it, that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen or it won't happen. And that's the same as when a thought comes to you. If some telling you go bake a cake and you don't do it, somebody else will go do it, and that might fuck around be a recipe that could have been yours that make you a millionaire or whatever the fuck that'll get you out of your doubt and despair. These aren't random thoughts. These are higher consciousness trying to uplift you and bring you to a realm where you're going to be useful. Of course, you might be feeling like, I don't know what's going to happen for me. But all day long, the universe is telling you this can happen, this will happen if you Pay attention. I like Pocahontas a lot because as young as I was, I understood certain messages, certain shit just spoke to my spirit, And I didn't ever really look at these cartoons as like mere fantasy because nobody's really that creative to think about some shit like this or like that. I always felt like these cartoons were just a subtle signs of the truths that we don't want to face and that we're not ready to explore. Or if it was to happen, that this is how we can react or respond to these type of unnormal situations. I'm not telling you what to believe or not. You go out here, do your own research. You have your own experiences. Because you haven't had my experiences doesn't mean that my experience is a lie or my reality is reality. Like that's why I don't focus on what people are doing because I'm not in their body all day every day. I don't know what the fuck they think. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know what the fuck their intentions are. But at the end of the day, if your experiences align with mine, then we'll experience the same reality. You feel me? So that's what that's about. And it's like, I'm going for these experiences. What I get out these experiences as far as materialistic shit like jewelry, clothes, money, whatever, it's just a plus. But I don't live life for these things. I feel like in my spirit I've had it all. I know how to achieve it all. And therefore it doesn't excite me in this lifetime. But what I haven't had in multiple lifetimes, it was not in my DNA, it's just new information that I look up every day. This new education that I learn from time to time. Finding out new information excites me more than having a new pair of Jordans. It excites me more than having the gold that I love. Being able to utilize information that I find out excites me way more than anything pleasurable in this world. And that's what I strive for each day in my pursuit of happiness. I strive to be educated because that's what makes me happy, and nobody can take my education away. Throughout this lifetime, people think stealing little things from me and make me mad or distract me. I don't give a fuck. That's why I had it. I had experience, go have it. But what a person can't take away is my knowledge. And what a person really mad at and what they don't like is we know shit. And they won't spend the time to get to learn and to get to know shit. So that really upsets a lot of people. More so than them being able to steal some clothes, jewelry, cars, or whatever, the material shit that I don't give a fuck about. Like, what means the world to you is a question that everybody should be able to answer. If not, you really need to think about that. What means the world to you? Is it something frivolous that is simply fade away once you fade away? I don't know. But it's something to think about. Just give y'all some aha moments, some shit to think about because I'm deep. And I like to explore different things. I don't know it all. I'm just putting the conversation out there for people to think about. For those of you looking to be successful, you want to make money online. My journey is my journey. How I'm doing it is the same as everybody gonna do it. My success don't dictate what you can or what you will have. Just like a lot of other people I see doing this. I'm excited to see how they get it. I'm excited to see where they go next. I'm not on here trying to compete with a motherfucker or so wrapped up in what somebody else doing that they become me and I become them. Like, no. We could collaborate, we could do well, and that's that. But other than that, I'm not looking to be in your mix. And I'm not looking for people to be in my mix, like shit. I don't want that. People will distract you trying to take over your shit. You can't be me better than I am. You just can't do it. A lot of people do that shit too. They like what you got going on. They trying to imitate you and be you better than you. Now they need your help to be you. Like, get the fuck on with that shit. People be weird and that shit be happening a lot. But it's like, what is y'all on? What the fuck is you on? It's nice to admire somebody, but when you trying to be that person, like, you done lost your fucking self. And that's a real bad thing to do. You try to be somebody, you admire them so much, then you don't even know who you are anymore. You get lost in this world and you get mad at everybody because you don't know yourself. That's a serious thing to focus on, a serious thing to think about. Like, you're afraid to be yourself. You need that much of everybody in the world on who you're supposed to be. Like, get the fuck on. The weakest link always falls off. Swords sharpen swords. If you're a butter knife, you're going to get cut. And if you're not a strong, solid foundation, you're going to fall off trying to hang on to those who are. It just is what it is. It's about the way that the universe balances things off. Just like what the national weather is going on, these national disasters. This country is so fucked up. And those people who are taking parts and messing it up, They mess it up for everybody, and for the people who see and witness unrighteousness acts going on and don't stand up, you're just as guilty. And when those things happen to a city or town or state, it's because the head is fucking it up and the body is following after. You wonder why certain states never get touched? It's because the head of that state is trying to live righteous amongst this unrighteous world, and they're trying to guide their people right. Um, with all this bullshit going on, and still try to lead your people right is a righteous thing, and that's why their states never really touched. Of course, everybody goes through everything from time to time. Not everything, but majority of the dangers and the unhappy situations in life. But when you really think about it, think about these things like why certain states never be touched. Why California always burning down and watering up, and like why? Why New York always got weird stuff going on with these what you call them? Uh, they are not the villains, but the vigilantes. Vigilantes, all these words and crazy shit, right? Why is that always happening in New York? It just goes to show that the people want their place to be nice, suitable for the kids to grow up in, even for the adults to experience and live a life that's healthy and righteous. They want that, but the powers that be don't allow that. So they always trying to play police themselves, or you've seen a lot of these movies and stories. But why New York all the time? Because the head is not being a leader, and they're fucking it up for the whole town. They're fucking up for the state. I could go on and on and on. And I could give y'all news articles about what states always experiences the same shit. But it's just about that mindset. If you never change the way you think, you'll never change the outcome of reality for you. Just like with California, they don't change the way they think. So year after year, they experience the same shit. And what that is called is insanity. You're expecting different results, but you're doing the same shit. Sound dumb, right? Of course it does. And that's just what people do is dumb. And they want you to be like, hey, was that all right? No, it wasn't. But what's the problem? A lot of people will be like, oh, yeah, it's cool, whatever, right? No, it's not. And a lot of this music nowadays, you see them in the studio, they go in there and say whatever the fuck. The beat sound catchy, then they don't tell them like, hey, what was you saying? What was you talking about? I ain't really learned nothing from this song. I wasn't motivated you know, but I know how to bang bang, shoot them up and go catch AIDS. Shit crazy, man, for real. Like, think about what you think about. Think about what you engage in with. Like, you listen to this type of shit all day. What did you learn from this? I'm just on here talking shit, though. I'm just giving y'all examples of what y'all be doing and what's possible to be doing. I don't be on World Star all day. I don't give a fuck about what them people doing. You only want to embarrass yourself for a couple views and likes and be broke at the end of the day. Go ahead. You want to be a fucking internet sensation, known to be a clown. Go ahead. You want to get on the internet, argue with motherfuckers all day, whatever, right? Go ahead. You want to see who can fight every day. Go ahead. But if you want to make money online, you want to learn from motherfuckers on here learning shit, come on, go ahead. Live mentorship. See the website at the bottom. Grab your flee. Wow. Get flee and grab your free blueprint. Start making this money online and stop making excuses and make your reality that you deserve. Peace and blessings. And before I end this broadcast, since I couldn't start it off the right way, this is just the word for today. Today is July 17th, 2025. I'll say 2017. That was a crazy year for me. I was out here. I'm always out here getting money, but my uncle got sick, and I had caught a little case the next year, and it was a crazy time for me. But I think about where I come from, from then to now, the way that I thought, the way that I am, and I just see growth. I miss my uncle a lot, yes, and I just get a lot of this from him. He taught me a lot. Be self-made. That's about good people. I spent a lot of time with him when I could, and a lot of people. Rest in peace to a lot of people that play major role developing certain people, you be stuck in a certain mindset. You won't grow, you won't evolve, and it is what it is. You know, you have to break out of certain shit, break out of certain people, certain places. And that's what I'm about. Just change. You know, change is inevitable, meaning it's bound to happen. Just like the sun going up and coming down, it's going to happen until the day of the earth is over with. That shit won't happen no more. But in the meantime, that you can expect it to happen, right? And that's what inevitable means. It's something that's going to happen regardless. Just like these seasons changing, you got 3 months of one, 3 months of another, and it happens 4 times throughout the year within these 12 months. That's inevitable. It's going to happen every time. Now, whether it spreads a little longer or a little less is debatable, but nevertheless, you're going to experience these seasons back to back to back, and it's inevitable. You're never going to experience summer and then winter. There's a fall in between, you know, and it always goes in between. You're never going to experience in any other way. It's inevitable. So that's just the definition of inevitable. You know, I know a lot of words, but I don't pull them out a lot because I like to meet people where they are. And I don't expect people to know what they don't know. I don't know a lot either. Shit, hey. But nevertheless, this is the word for today, July 17th, 2025. Come away with me for a while. The world with its nonstop demands can put a hold. Most people put me on hold, rationalizing that someday they will find time to focus on me. But the longer people push me into the harder it is to find them. It are, well, let me start this over. I got a lot on my mind, as you can see. Like I usually be thinking about a lot, but I'm also doing what I'm doing. Come away with me for a while. The world, with its nonstop demands, can put a hold. Most people put me on hold, rationalizing that someday they will find time to focus on me. But the longer people push me into the background of their lives, the harder it is for them to find me. You live among people who glorify busyness. They have made time a train that controls their lives. Even those who know me as Savior tend to march to the tempo of the world. They have bought into the illusions that more is always better. More meetings, more programs, more activity. I have called you to follow me on a celerity path. Make time alone with me your highest priority and deepest joy. Excuse me. It is a path largely unappreciated and often despised. However, you have chosen the better things which will never be taken away from you. Moreover, as you walk close to me, I can bless others through you. Songs of Songs, chapter 2, verse 13. I haven't read Song of Songs. And then Luke, chapter 10, verse 42. This was a hard read. They didn't want me to. That was just the battle that I won for today. You know, I would have never read this if hadn't the Lord spoke to me to tell me to do this. I'm just being obedient to my spirit. So I'm telling me to do this and I'm doing it. Today wasn't easier to get it out, and I see why. But I hope this message resonates with someone and it gives you a little bit of light in the darkness and it gives you a little bit of direction in the path of uncertainty. And as well as, just knowing that there's somebody that really cares for you. You know, all these religions. And I'm not a religious person as well. I'm spiritual. I don't practice our religions. But the one that sticks out to me the most is the one who offers me eternal life, which is through Jesus Christ. And if you guys looking for eternal life when this life is over with, I encourage you to, and I invite you to pick up Jesus Christ and see the love that He has for you, experience the relationship that He wants with you, and spend time one on one getting to know Jesus, as Jesus already knows you and He dies for your sins. And He just wants you to be trusting that the path that He has set for you is the right one for you, and that all things will be added unto you as you put His kingdom first. That's what I'm doing. You know, it may look any kind of way, but this is me being obedient to my spirit and to my Father, and so that you know who my Father is through my works. You know, I'm a light and dark person, but overall, I'm more light. And I am what I am. I am who I need to be when I need to be. Therefore, with that being said, don't try me. Don't test me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to be the one to hurt you. I don't want to have to be the one to put you in your place. But if it's time for it, it's time for it. And, as my father said, vengeance is mine. I give it to my God. I let him deal with you. And if it's through me, then, meet you. Let me stop. Hey, but peace and blessings. Happy Thursday. And if you guys resonate with anything here, you looking for live mentorship, Don't be afraid. Don't be a hater. Go ahead, subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel. Also, check out my website. Grab those free products that I have. Not free. Nothing's free. Let me start it over. I don't do free shit. I'm not a nonprofit organization. If I give advice, that's the freest thing that I do. Like with these videos, I lead you freely down to the path of prosperous and abundance. You want a lot of this, you want a lot of that. You got to go get the shit. You got to go take action. I'm not the one that's gonna do it for you. My services cost. My time ain't free. This is about the freest thing I'm doing because it's free. But yeah, don't ever get it fucked up. Like, I ain't no nonprofit organization. I don't got that type of time. I don't do no free shit, dog. I run a company, I run a business, and it's a profitable business. And I do this shit for money. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get rich. I'm trying to be wealthy. And that's why I do this. It's for money. And it's for education. It's to help people. And I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. That's why I get on here and do this every day. I'm not money motivated, but I am happy doing what I do. And it brings me the money that can allow me to do other things and bless other people. Because these products, everything that I have is self-development. Like with the mindset skills, like it's something to help you get by in life. Success is a quality trait that comes with happiness. It comes with kindness. You think a motherfucker is successful, not kind? Think again. It's a lot of traits that come with success. It may seem like it's a waste of time and stuff I talk about, stuff I do, but these are quality traits of highly successful people. Of course, you have every one out the batch, but the majority of motherfuckers don't act ignorant. You'll have a jerk every now and then, but the one don't fuck it up for the whole. Just like yeah, I'm getting messages like I don't know, like motherfuckers be weird, talk about some howdy and shit, like, dude, get the fuck on. It's 9:30 in the morning, like, what the fuck you want? I hate when motherfucker hit me up, what you doing? I'm busy, bitch. What is you doing? Go find something to do. You feel me? Get the fuck on. I don't like that type of shit. Or the people, I look at the way they talk, and that makes me know, that lets me know the way that they think. If you're a basic motherfucker, you still using basic words like good morning and shit like that, I know it's no depth to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and certain shit people do, I just know, like, oh, this going to be a surface level type of engagement, if at all. I don't like shallow type of engagements. Or like when the motherfucker talking, they don't know how to add anything relevant to the conversation, shit like that. I feel like it's gonna be one of these type of people to deal with. Like, I'm cool, Joe. Not finna dole me down with the frivolous activity. You know what I'm saying? Cause you bored. Like, get the fuck on. So what? I don't like that shit at all. I hate that with a passion. I ain't gonna even sit here and sugarcoat. Like, if you bored, get the fuck from around me, dog. Go figure your life out. Like, get the fuck on with that shit. I ain't the type of nigga that be patient with that. Like, I don't play that bored shit or that. I'm just out here doing whatever the fuck because I don't got nothing to do with my life. Get the fuck from around me. You lost. You need direction. You feel me? Because that's what it seemed like. I used to be the type of people that prey on those type of people. Like, I'm not, like I say, my mindset shift. I'm always been aware and always been a leader. And when I realize a person don't have no direction, I would lead their ass to my control. I will put the strings on your ass and puppet master you until I, get what I want to, and I'll throw you off to the cliff. One of my homeboys, he was like, man, don't do that, because he noticed it. I had every motherfucker doing whatever. But one day he checked me about that. He's like, man, you ain't got to do that. We had a conversation. And I respected it. I was like, well, this was my way of getting what I want, my way of control. And since you said something that is not right, I'll stop. Because he cared about his people. I didn't give a fuck. Them were my people. He my nigga. But the niggas he fuck with, them ain't my niggas. So I don't care about doing their ass any kind of way. I didn't care at all. But he cared, and I cared about his opinion. So I stopped. But I always been strategic on how I do shit. I know how to do it. And I always prayed on people who didn't have no type of sense of direction, because you gonna follow a motherfucker anyway. Why not follow me and let me go and get what I want out of the situation? Because I'm controlling it. I'm a controller. I'm putting strings on you because you are already easily accessible. And that's the way that the devil do people. If I wanted to continue that devilish route, I could have, and I can. But that just lets me know, like, are you a motherfucker easily controlled? And if I'm not controlling you, then somebody is. And 9 times out of 10, I can see who got the strings on you. You know what I'm saying? The shit happened to me last year. A motherfucker come to me being handled by somebody else. And they asking me questions, which I didn't know at first, but then my spirit, like, yeah, this is just a bot. He's being handled by somebody. And little did I know that what I thought was true, and I knew exactly who his handler was. And a lot of people out here nowadays, they're being handled by other people. And you will never know. But me, I know this shit. Like even with the dream, with the nigga came talking shit, he had a handler, but he got scared when he know if his handler was gonna be able to keep him safe or not. So he jumped out. He got loose. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it be sometimes too. A motherfucker will lead you to some danger, and your handler will let your ass go, like how I used to do people. And now you in a position where you got to really think for yourself or get fucked up and meet your maker. So it's like, be mindful, dog. Have some type of direction for yourself, because if not, a motherfucker definitely will guide you and lead you to the path of darkness or to the slaughterhouse. And it's important to know yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be out here looking for validation from everybody, because the motherfucker make and mold you to who they need you and want you to be for them. And it is what it is. The world always looking for weak-minded individuals who they can give them thoughts and give them direction and give them something to do, because you motherfuckers bored and don't figure it out. That's the danger of having an idle mind and not having purpose or passion in life. And that's why I talk about this a lot, because I've seen it all. I see people that are predictable. I could see what's going to happen with their ass, but I can't save a motherfucker. You got to have that experience. I wish I can save the world, but the world won't listen to me. And for those of you who do, peace and blessings. Like I always say, I'm not trying to lead nobody the wrong way, but if so happen, you miss out on my advice, you miss out. And it is what it is. I can't backtrack with the shit because I'm steady moving forward. Like, I don't have time to do backward shit. I do shit that makes sense to me. People do what makes sense to them. And if it don't make sense to me, it is what it is. Like, kudos. Like, I don't got to teach you how to add up. Whatever makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. But as for me, what makes sense to me and what makes sense for me is what I be going by and what I do. I'm not out here trying to convince a motherfucker my way is the right way or my way is the only way, because it's not. It's just what works for me. And I know it works for people because it's what I found that's working for other people that's not working for me. And it's a lane that I thought would work for me. And then I've tried and I've tested it and I'm on it. Currently on it. I got some art that I'm putting out together, but since the crypto's been going up so much, I got to put a little bit more money into it. And it's a process that I'm learning, but I'm putting my money in the right places. And that's what it's about, having time freedom. I don't spend all day working on different shit. I spend all day nurturing my shit and checking out what I have to nurture so that it can work for me. As you can see with the markets, my artwork. I think I showed y'all my art. Yeah, I got digital art. Like, I could sell these motherfuckers by the millions to thousands and never run out, which is crazy, right? Think about having products like that. Even with my digital marketing, I got e-courses for sale. Teach you motherfuckers some stuff. Look at these. This fucking digital art. Like, I would have never thought I would have something like this. Of course, I'm gonna redo my stuff too, but this was just to get going. Like, the universe was like, this is possible for you, which I never thought it would be. But at the end of the day, like, you got to take action. Like, the universe will tell you what's good for you and what's needed for you. It was taking kind of long to load, but you see, it's just an example of how to put yourself in position to have multiple streams of income. That was just two that brings in. Like, you see, I got 23 art, 23 pictures on there, digital art, 23 times to get paid by millions of people. 23 pictures I can sell unlimited times. My e-courses, I got 4 courses. Legacy Builder, which is a high ticket, the $900 one. Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, Launchpad, and I forgot the other one, but it's 4 of them. $1,800 worth of raw material courses. I could sell one a day. I could sell all of them a day. It don't even matter. but it's an option, and that's 3 sources of income right there that I just showed you guys. I'm telling you guys about. And then with my NFTs, which is art as well, but it's digital. And with that, I can't sell unlimited amounts of those because I have to mint them out and that costs. So I have like certain amount of NFTs in my art in my collection. And with that collection, I got like 13 NFTs so far. Two collections. One got like two, and the other one got like 11. I got like 4, 5 more pictures I just created too, but I haven't dropped them, and they're not on my digital art for sale because the way that I do it is the way that I do it. And of course, I have strategies on how I do things, but that's to be taught in my live mentorship. The game is to be sold, not told. A lot of you people talk too fucking much, and you miss your opportunity to come up. It just is what it is. Quit fucking telling everything instead of profit. Things out here for to be able to charge and get paid for your time, your expertise, right? But a lot of y'all don't know shit. If you think you know some shit, you run around telling everybody some shit you don't know. You're fucking the game up. Just like the person that was making these videos talk about do this with business and do that. Like they didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. And how I know because I didn't. I've done it. I went through the processes that I thought that they was leading me right into things about. So I found out what was right and what was not. And it's like that from time to time. You won't even know if a motherfucker right or wrong unless you check it out anyway, though. But have discernment. Don't go out here wasting your time. Listen to all these gurus who think they know some shit. You see a motherfucker here today sounds so popular, sounds so good. Next year, they're nowhere to be found. And that's what a lot of people do. You see them, they make viral videos. Next year, they're nowhere to be found. This isn't nothing that they do. It's not their passion. So therefore, it's not nothing that they can truly guide you in because they was looking for a way to come up. They came up and they got on. And it is what it is. It's not about who do it the best. It's about who do it the longest and who's really sincere about what they're doing. And time will tell, like time tells everything. When it's all over, you'll know who the true one is. Peace and blessings from Team Angie.
Personal Journey Overcoming Anxiety. Anxiety weighing heavy? Lighten the load with our support. This course set me on the path to success. Don't wait. Begin your journey today. Comment ready.